Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. This is Mike again. This is part 4 of the Goblin Raw 500 build. I'm starting on page 16. First thing it says to do here is these little bushings. They go, well, nuts. There's 3 of them go in each side of the frame. 3 on each side, and they have this. They're shaped funny where they'll fit in the one side is straight that goes into the canopy, so it won't. So you can get grip when you're tightening the nut that they want you to put on here. Get this in here. Okay. Get this one back in here. Let's see, these are the 3 nuts. And they tell you to use some CA glue. So put a little glue on the bag here. And I like using zip ties for stuff like this. I use them for when I using Loctite too. Use that. Put a little bit of CA on there, because they're like, these nuts are like carbon. These nuts are like carbon fiber type of material that you screw them onto. And what these are, this is what the bottom part of the frame screws to. And it's 3 on each side. I got some little needle nose here to get them tight. Okay, let's move to the other side. Put the bushings in. Well, the screws. Okay. Sorry for the fumbling around here. Just trying to get there a little. Okay, let me put a little CA on these. You have to be careful with CA glue, but this is not the quick drying glue. I remember when we were kids, man, and we used to mess around with super glue, and you wind up gluing your fingers together. Hope you guys can see this. Let me turn it a little bit so you get a better look. This one fell out. The middle one fell back out before I could get the nut on it. Okay, let me tighten them up real quick. Okay, that was page 16. Let me pause for a minute and I'll get to page 17. Okay, we're on page 17, and this is where we put the side plates on the side of the frame. First, it says to put these little soft bushings. I guess it's probably with a canopy, or canopy is probably going to be rubbing on it. It has little sticker, and then it's soft material. It tells you to mount it here, one on each side. Here's the one for this side. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, those screws, those mounts that we just put on the frame, that's what those screws, that's where these are going to be mounted to. So let's do the first side. Okay. They line right up with these holes here. I've cleaned my screws already. I put the washer on them already. So I'm gonna dab a little bit of Loctite. There's 3 holes on each side. Right now I'm gonna put the first one, the middle one rather, put the middle one on first. Like I always say, just get it on there, don't make it tight. Because if I made it tight, I wouldn't be able to get the screw here or here. So see how it moves around, but that's good until we get all 3 screws on. Okay, get the last one. Let me get the last one on this side. A little more Loctite. Now I can tighten up. Let's jump to the other side. Go with the middle one again. Loctite, the one on the end. And the last one on this side. And I put the stickers on the side frames. I didn't want to bore you guys with putting the stickers on the side frame and take up too much time. So that's it for page. It's starting to look like a helicopter. So that's it for page 17. Gonna move on to page 18. Be right back with you. Okay, we're here on, this is page 18, putting the landing gear on. Let's see. I have my screws already. They're already on I put the washers on them. Let's see, just get me a little Loctite here and line them up. Let me turn it to the side so you can see. Each side takes 2 screws. Get a little Loctite. I put that one in already. I haven't tightened it, but it's in. Turn it so you guys can see it. There. Got the front tight. Got the back tight. Let's turn it around, get the other side here. It's really starting to look like a helicopter now, instead of a bunch of bits and pieces here and there. The front one in. So, starting to look like a helicopter. Looks good. Okay, so we'll move on to page 19. Okay, we're back here with page 19, and that's putting the motor on the motor mount. I have the screws ready to go. I cleaned the screws already with a little bit of alcohol, and I'm dipping the screws in Loctite. One thing I did notice here that the kit comes with a 17 tooth pinion, and for this motor it says I'm going to need an 18 tooth pinion, but for now I'll put it on just to finish with the build, but I'll order a 18 tooth pinion later today. Don't want to let go of the driver. Okay, so the motor's on. It's a bearing set that the belt runs on the belts. So it says have screw, then the flushing washer, and then this bearing roller. Okay, slide this bushing down in there first, then this bearing roller, and then it screws to the motor here. Let me get a little bit of, well, to the motor mount. Got a little Loctite on there, so different driver. Yep, it's correct driver. Spins freely. Okay, so that's it for page 19. We'll move on to page 20. Let me get everything together here. Be right back. Well, no, let me go ahead and put the, I'll put the pinion on for now, but I will be taking it back off and putting another pinion on the 18 tooth pinion. A little snug because I'm going to pull it back off anyway, so that's ready to go. Okay, so I'll be back with you guys in a second for page 20. Okay, I'm starting here on page 10. It's putting the motor mount in. You put the belt on. I'm going to slide the belt on it right now. Kind of get this out of the way. It's easier to get it on right now than to try to put it on later. So we got the belt in there. Now, the motor mount, we'll drop it in. I'll go this way. Okay. I can put the belt back up on there when it's done. Okay, let me get the screws. The side screws here. I'll put a little Loctite on it, and let me turn it so you guys can see it. It's slotted here so you can adjust your tension on your motor belt. Turn it so you can see the other side here. Put the other one in. Get a little Loctite. Okay. Like that. And this set screw in the back of the plate, it goes in. Let's get that screwed in. Get the belt up on there. Okay. It's on there. Put a little tension on the motor just to keep the belt up there for now until we do our last adjustments. So, yeah. So, there it is. We got the motor on, the belt is on. Okay, we'll move on to the next. Okay, this is page 21. It's putting the speed controller mount on, and for the Goblin, it has that new locking system when you push the battery in and everything locks. I'm not going to use that system. I want to go old school, just unplugging the batteries myself. That's what I'm going to go with. So, but right now I'm going to put the plate on for the ESC, and it's just 4 screws. Do it here so you guys can see it, and no Loctite needed. It's just screws that's screwing into plastic, so no Loctite needed. And like I always said before, I get all the screws in first before I tighten down. Just get all the screws in so everything will go in. Tighten up the other side here. So we have the ESC mount ready to go. Okay. We'll move on to page 22 in just a second. Okay, I'm on page 22. I'm putting the tail assembly together. I have the slider here. I have the shaft greased up. I put Loctite in there. So first off, I put the rubber bushings on each side. Squeeze those in. And then it has a bigger washer that goes on each side. And then it takes a small washer, goes on each side. Now I have the bearings all greased up here. And one quick tip, like I had said before, when you're building it, when you're putting it together, when sometimes you can't tell if which bearing, which is the outer or inner bearing. If you put the bearings on and you move them back and forth, because the inner bearings is supposed to be the bigger one. So when you put the inner bearing in, it the bigger bearing rather, it doesn't move as much as the smaller one. The smaller one will move around on the shaft more. So that would be a good indication to let you know which one is the bigger one and which one is the smaller one. Because sometimes it's hard to tell which one is the bigger one and which one is the smaller one. So yeah, that's a quick, easy tip. And then let me slide the other set in on the other side. Let me use a driver and slide them. That helps them get down in there without falling apart. Oh, I have to take those back out. I didn't put the inner. It's another bushing washer type thing that goes in before the bearings. Okay. I have those right here. So I'll drop these in first. Got that side on. Let's get this side on. Okay. And always with the bearings, the open side of the race bearings goes towards the inside. Always go towards the inside. And like I said, I took time to grease these ahead beforehand, so hopefully it wouldn't take as long. I don't know. I keep dropping these, so let me check to make sure I have the right one. So that's the outer. And this is the inner. There we go. Let's put it on here. Let's slide it in. Okay. Then I have the screws. Screw them together. Get a little Loctite here. Oh, I already have some in there. Okay, but slide the shaft on. Slide it onto the shaft. Get this one side started. Okay. The other one going. Like I said before, it's good to have two drivers ready to go. It makes it easier to just screw it together. Both sides feels real good. Okay. I'll go ahead and put the arms on the ball joint, the ball links on. Get a little Loctite. Do the other side. Okay, I'll stop the video for a quick second just to get ready for the next. Okay, I'm back here and I'm still on page 22. Gonna put the links on the slider. It's these little bushings that go inside the small end, and then you put it through the middle, and then take the screws and put them in. And when you're building this, when you're putting this together, one side you have the up and one side is down. It has to have the S. The S is the front side. So you do one up and one down. Okay. This should be the down one. No, okay, it says left side. Left side is up. So let's pull it back out. So left side is up. And putting this together correctly makes a big difference because you want your tail to slide smoothly. When your tail slides smoothly, the helicopter, the tail holds better. It's when there's no friction. So here's the bushing in the other side, and then the S goes down. And I put Loctite on them already. And they both move real freely. Oh, this one's a little tight, maybe loosen it a little bit. There we go. And it has Loctite, so it's good. So then we take the slider and slide it up the shaft. And this one goes to this side. Let's see. This one goes to this side, and this one goes to this side. And it moves real freely. That's what you want. Your slider to move real freely. Okay, so I'm gonna get set up here for page 23. Okay, guys, the video is starting to run long again. I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm going to cut the video right here. So see you guys next Friday for part 5 of this Goblin Raw 500 build. Don't forget, like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time.